Here we have a classic slope question. Instead of using the word slope, though, this question is going to refer to it as the rate of change. So write down here rate of change, but we know that rate of change is going to be slope. So what I want to do is go on here and pick my greatest point and my least point. My greatest point is going to happen at 1975, so 1975, comma, and then 1,060 million acres. 1,060 million acres. So that's my first point. My second point is going to happen at an unknown time in between, somewhere between 2005 and 2010. Thankfully, my story up here actually tells me that it's 2008 because the graph shows the number of acres and millions of farmland in the United States from 1975 to 2008. So this one here is going to be at 2008, and then it's going to have decreased all the way down to 900. But that's not just 900, that's 900 million. Okay, you have to keep in mind that's 900 million. So if I wanted to go ahead and actually figure out my rate of change from these 2 points would be the rise and the run. We could use the equation. You can go ahead and I'll label this. This is going to be x1, y1. This is x2, y2. You can use the equation m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That will give you 160 over 33 if you plug everything in properly. Or you can just go ahead and use common sense. You think to yourself, oh, I start at 1,660 up here and I drop down to 900 here. What was the change? Well, the change was 160. And then you can also think to yourself, well, if I started in 1975 and I want to work all the way over to 2008, that change along the x-axis was 33 years. So we know that my rise over my run was 160 over 33. Use whichever method you prefer. If you just like memorizing the equation and plugging in, go ahead do that. If you like just thinking about the shape of things and the rise over the run, you can go ahead and do it my favorite way. If you run this through your calculator, you're going to get 4.8. Now my rise was acres, so that is going to be 4.8 acres. Well, actually, million acres in millions per, and what was the run? Years per year. Now let's go ahead and pick which question makes sense. Number A is going to be wrong. Number B seems to be exactly what I said. And number D also seems to be wrong. Now, one thing we have to check. C seems to have my rise and run perfectly measured. It says the time it takes farmland in the United States to decrease by 160. Boom, I have my 160. It was a decrease, is 33 years, and I have my 33 years. This is a very tempting answer, except for the fact that it leaves out that this is really counting in millions. So if it had said 160 million acres in 33 years, then that would be a good answer. But they're just trying to trick you.